Eagles are dying unnecessarily. Do you know how to help? I do, and you can start today. Hi, my name is William. I have been researching the topic lead versus steel shot for a while now. When I first learned about not being able to use lead shot, I was mad. Now, after studying the difference, I'm in the process of switching to steel shot, and I want you to switch too. I believe that eventually it will be required in all 50 states. It is already the law in California. It may take a few years to become required in North Carolina, but why wait for someone to tell you what to do? Take control of what you do and start today. To give you some history on the toxic effects of lead, we have known for over 100 years that lead is highly toxic. It occurs naturally all around the world. It becomes a problem when we ingest it either by mouth or by breathing. We took lead out of our toys, plumbing pipes, paint, gasoline, food cans, drinking water, and our pet food. Since 1991, we have known lead was poisoning our waterfowl with lead shot that missed its target. The lead would land on the bottom. The ducks, geese, and swans would eat it thinking it was food and then become poisoned. The Endangered Species Act, the Migratory Bird Treaty Act, and the Bald and Golden Eagle Protection Acts all require that lead shot be banned, and anyone hunting migratory waterfowl has to do so with steel shot. Our waterfowl has made a great recovery, and now we are realizing that the lead is now affecting our bald eagles. The eagles, hawks, owls, buzzards, condors, and the rest of the raptor family are ingesting toxic levels of lead when they feed on carrion, otherwise known as dead animals. Lead shot can be found in the carcass the hunter wasn't able to find, or in the guts that were left out in the field. Ed Clark of the Wildlife Center of Virginia. When the eagle eats the guts or dead animal parts that contain the lead shot, the lead is exposed to the stomach acid and disintegrated by the gizzard, and then absorbed into the bloodstream of the bird, where it then travels to the brain and other body parts. Lead is a neurotoxin, which have trouble breathing, and if not found in time by a trained rehabber, the bird will die a slow, painful death. You may wonder, what's the problem? If it needs to be done, then do it. That is easier said than done in a few reasons. There is a lot of misinformation out there that people think is true, such as lead is cheaper to shoot, steel doesn't reach the target or hold its pattern when shot, steel will mess up my dad's old gun, and the list goes on. Some of those stories were true 20 years ago, but the ammunition manufacturers have made a lot of changes over the years. Bevan McNaughton, in his lead versus steel shot investigation, steel is comparable to lead in price. Steel shot holds its pattern better than lead since it doesn't bend when shot. It can travel farther than lead, and the new shotgun shells have better wads in them that keep the steel from hurting the older gun barrels. In a study by the Texas Park and Wildlife department, steel shot was compared to lead shot. They determined steel shot is just as effective in its killing ability and in hunter satisfaction. As hunters, we can stop lead poisoning in our raptors a couple of ways. One way is to spread the word about lead, tell what it does to the population of our eagles and other raptors, and to use steel shot instead. The next thing we can do is to practice. The better our aim, the quicker our kill, resulting in no wounded animals getting away only to be eaten later by eagle and then poisoned. The hunter should bury his animal carcass, including the guts, which will eliminate an eagle eating it. Maybe most importantly, we can use steel shot instead of lead. Using steel will keep the hunter from bringing home game with lead and possibly poisoning his family. Now that you have learned about lead poisoning in our raptor population, I ask that you join me in choosing to get the lead out and choose to use steel shot when you are hunting. After all, no one wants to poison an eagle. Thank you.